The transition from Rocket to Longhorn, it seemed like it kind of took you a little bit to get your feet underneath you. Obviously, a ton of success here towards the end of the season. For those of us that haven't driven a dirt late model, what is that learning curve like going from the Rocket house car to now? Okay, I'm a Longhorn guy. I've got different engines. I've got different shocks. What are the things that you have to do to kind of get yourself to where you can be competitive again?
Man, it was tough. Not only are the cars different, but just the way that they go about everything and the way that they race and make changes throughout the night is a lot different. And obviously, there's some things that you can apply from the Rocket stuff to the Longhorn stuff. But at the end of the day, it's it's hard to explain really, just because the cars are so technical now, and even what they were, you know, especially 10 years ago. But the cars are so technical now, and you get a program that you're used to, and the way you go about changes throughout the night, whether it be a big track, small track, no matter what it is, then you take and you change everything, and the driver's feel is different. The way the crew chief has to think about his changes are different. The changes that I want to make are different, and it took me a long time to, we took all speed weeks in New Mexico last year. We came out pretty good at New Mexico, and then we got down to speed weeks, and we had some solid runs, but not what we wanted for sure. But um, you know, at the end of the day, I knew that it was going to take me a minute, because you know my feel and everything is where my confidence comes from. So until I can get that feel that I'm looking for, my confidence isn't going to 100% be there. As many, I can say it till I'm blue in the face that I'm as confident as I'm going to be, but when that feel comes and when I get that program that I like, and I'm confident in the changes that are being made, that's when the confidence is 100%, and you can really start executing. So, it took me till halfway through the year to where I was really confident in what I was doing, and I knew every time I went out on the track about what I was going to be feeling. So, um, just to be able to take that and learn this year, even though it wasn't the year that we wanted, obviously, we had we had 7 wins that were, all 20,000 or above. So I felt like our quality of wins were there, but the quantity wasn't there. But like I said, that'll all come with time. It's just a matter of me getting that confidence back, and I'm pretty much there now. So just super excited for what's to come, and obviously having good people like the Riggs family and my family and Kevin Rumley and Matt Langston and Steve Arpin and Paul Leach and John and the whole Longhorn family has taken me in like family and treated me very well, and that's exciting for me too, just because they're you know all hands on deck, making sure that I have everything I need and that I'm going to be successful.
When you're going through that transition from Rocket to Longhorn, is it I need to change the car to feel what I want to feel, or or is it you have to change your driving style to fit the car, or is it some combination of the two?
Yeah, it's a combination for sure. I think I had my grandpa calling me 3 or 4 times throughout speed weeks saying, you can't drive this thing like you drove your Rocket and all that. So, it was just it was a whole learning experience for me, and just being able to, hi, kids are crying, all that, it was a whole learning experience for me, just because of the how much different the cars were. It made me have to change certain things in my driving style to um, counteract what I was feeling in the car. And there's a lot of circumstances where in the Rocket stuff, I was so used to them that I would only make one mistake if I was going to make a mistake, because then I knew how to counteract what the car was gonna do based off of what I was feeling. So you know this year was a whole year of issues like that, and just setup issues and stuff that that I was still learning and that my crew was still learning and that everybody involved was, trying to help me figure out for myself. But, at the end of the day, it's, how do I say it? It's satisfying for me to be able to say that I'm still learning in my career. Whenever a guy gets to the point where he's not learning anymore, then I feel like you probably think you know too much, and you're once you get to the point where you think you know everything, then you're going to fall behind because you're not advancing yourself, you're not advancing your cars, you just get to the point where you're stuck, and I think that really can get you behind in a hurry. And definitely don't, I try not to be hard headed as much as I can, because all of us drivers are guilty of that. Um, we'll get something that we like for a certain track, and we'll go try to run it at the next track. And knowing that there's a good possibility it's not going to work, we still want to see it out and see if it works. Even though we know in the back of our mind that it's not going to work, or we something that doesn't work at a track, we go to the next track, and it may be the right thing to do there, but if you put it on your car, in the back of your mind, you're going to think, well, I know that doesn't work, when really it's probably the right thing. So that's the learning curve has been the hardest part for me as a driver, especially. I feel like there's been nights that I've had a better car than where I finished, especially in speed weeks. By the time feature time came around during speed weeks last year, I felt like I had a car that could race up front for sure. But just that confidence and that feel that I was lacking early in the night put me behind, and that makes for a tough night. The competition, so there's so many talented drivers out there, and everybody's got good equipment. It just makes it difficult to get behind early in the night. And you back to Gateway, that was kind of what we had been missing in the past years. Every year I go there, I have a really fast car, but for some reason I just can't get qualified, and my prelim night just doesn't go my way. So this year we qualified decent, and we won our heat race, and we started up front in our prelim night, and we were able to capitalize on that. And then everything just fell into place after that.